right, I'm filming for Instagram. Uncle Bob was filming for the channel. We got a leak in the passenger side exhaust manifold right at the collector there where it meets the downpipe. Papa Stu's putting in the Permatex exhaust crack and joint sealer because, well, we're not taking it apart. We're gonna get back on the road here. Hashtag roadside repair. Okay gang, it's going pretty good. We had a couple issues here. This runs an older style radiator system with a blow tube that's supposed to vent to atmosphere. I try not to do that because I don't want coolant going out onto the ground into the atmosphere. It ain't 1970 anymore. So I put a coolant bottle in it. The problem is it doesn't like it. It wants to breathe back and forth. And our oil cap had a bad seal underneath it. That until we really started pushing her on the highway, nobody noticed. So we're getting there. New O-ring. We're gonna get back on the road. She's much quieter. Here we go. Off for the Tim Hortons run. Good temperature, good oil pressure. We are in not so friendly Manitoba. I say that because that lady cut us off. Truck's doing good. Big shout out to Kenny at X-Line, Nash at Cal Tire, Nick. We are on our way, my friend. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, guys. See ya. What am I getting?
Can I take yours, please?
Yeah, can I get a medium steep tea with 2 milk and 2 sugar?
Can I get you anything else today?
Oh yeah, medium coffee, double.
Yeah.
A large coffee with 3 milk.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, 3 sugar and 1 milk.
For sure.
Nice. On the ball with the drink tray. We're on the hunt trying to find support Stu and our support truck. I've got no idea how much fuel we have in the truck right now. The saddle tank, oh, Mustang. The saddle tank doesn't have a gauge in it. Old black sheep's holding up though. Temperature's good, oil pressure's good. It's really loud in here. Support Stu, can you hear me? Over. We can just hear him, gang, just barely. I think the squel's all the way to work me because of the distance. We're getting close. How about it, support Stu? You got a copy on me? Oh, that's a 10-4. I can hear you now. I got a lot of feedback. What's your 20?
Yeah, buddy.
Now in this thing, you got to brake way early and hang on to it with the 4-wheel manual drums. Kill that squelch. That's got to be the problem. We got to set up this stereo. Let us challenge her. Can you hear me now? We're here. We're coming in. Oh man, what a drive. Yeah, we gotta set up. I gotta set up Black Sheep's radio better. Oh man. Oh.
Papa Stu.
Oh.
Chillin'. What's up?
You say Papa Stu?
Views on views, bud?
Yeah, buddy.
We made it.
You sure did. How's it trucking?
It seems okay. I don't know how much fuel's in it.
Well,
And the shifter came out,
oh,
and we accidentally had the camera on voice control.
Nice.
So like an hour and a half of footage, we realized about 5 minutes ago it wasn't recording. Just that, gang. Yeah, the roll pin came out. That was interesting. It was a bump coming into Ontario.
Oh.
Okay, let's shut her off and see how she's doing. Okay, how are we doing here? She seems fine.
Can't be safe.
160.
Perfect.
Going into the overflow. She's sealed up. Everything's working good.
Money.
Nice. She's a bit warm, but we're doing good. Whew.
How's your
You
arms?
have to excuse, my arms are a bit tired, and you have to excuse me if I'm yelling. It's really loud in there.
It is, dude.
yeah?
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's so loud in there. I suppose the support truck is running and driving fine.
Support truck is fantastic.
I bet. The heat coming off this thing.
Hey, she's making her.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yippers. All right, gang. We'll see you when we're back on the road.
What is he doing?
I'm not sure.
Sure loves that truck.
He does. I don't blame him. I love that truck.
All right. It's time to put some fuel in this bad boy. Got Support Stu taking Instagram pictures. That's what Support Stu do, right?
It is what I do.
For?
Coastal Auto Reaction.
That's right, gang. Okay. It's been a long day. I've lost my voice trying to talk to Bobo in the cab of this thing.
Very, very long day.
Un douche de voir. Are we in Quebec?
Ontario.
Okay. Hey, while I'm here, gang, enter code REACTION. Get yourself a Ridge wallet today. Get 10% off. All right, gang. We're trying to catch up and find Support Stu. So we're gonna make a left, and then I also need to clean the windshield. Black Sheep does not have a windshield washer. The wipers have been working, and they get rid of some of the bugs.
But not all of it.
The heater works good, which is awesome. Oh, that's what he meant. He said, oh yeah, I know the street when I saw it. Look at the name of the street. Victoria Avenue.
Victoria Avenue. That's a far away from home.
Yeah. So Support Stu said, yeah, you'll see the street, you'll know it. It'll be the right one to turn on. Just trust me. And I was like, okay, you don't want to give me the name? You don't need it, he said. Now I know.
I don't see it on the left.
Oh, there he is. I see him.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah. There he is. Okay. Oh.
We made it.
Oh man, my sore from this whole fancy. Yeah, shifter's still broken. Shifter broke, but hey, it still works, cuz. No worries.
All that matters.
You want to ride?
Thanks, buds. Made it to the hotel. Long day.
Oh, Mac.
Woohoo! It's late, but we made it to the hotel.
See you tomorrow, guys. All right, gang, the old black sheep. Well, you know what? She's holding up better than this old boy. Well, let me tell you, it's been a long haul. Now, Uncle Bob was gonna pop the hood. We're gonna see about getting this thing going. I grabbed the fuse we need from inside already. She is ice cold, although you can't really tell how cold it is out. Check the oil, Bobo. Uncle Bobo's ace wiring job here. Means we gotta take the fuse out every night.
Check the other fuel filter.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna?
Yeah. So Uncle Bob was gonna check our fuel filter situation. We've been doing a lot better since we put the saddle tank in. But when you're traveling this far, you gotta make sure that you're picking up good fuel. A lot of the time there'll be water and crap in some of these little podunk gas stations. You gotta make sure you got double filters.
We're
And
golden.
we do. Things are going good for a 1970 truck that's come this far.
One more.
Okay. Something's not right here. Okay, so where's it? Okay. The ballast resistor is getting tired. So what I did was, I can see where it's been working. I cleaned off the end of the wire, unplugged it, plugged it back in, and we'll see what happens here. There we go. Nice. Excellent. Just checking for leaks, any weird noises. I don't like this carburetor's high idle cam, but it should kick down. See if you can kick it off. It's a picky. So the carburetor that we had on it, gang, was leaking. It was no good. So I found a carburetor that I rebuilt almost a decade ago at the last minute. There we go. And put it on the truck. Now it's been working great, except for the cold idle. But for the 30 seconds to a minute you gotta wait, we're good. And we're lucky because it's cool out this morning, but not freezing. So this here, gang, this is for our accessories. This truck's fuse panel is 50 years old. So we've cleaned it, we've checked it, it works. But I wanted somewhere else to pull the power out for the underglow halos around the lights, because where we live, you have to have daytime running lights. Technically this truck's grandfathered, but if you roll around with daytime running lights on, it makes people happy. And driving lights are for driving at night, obviously. Let's go take a look at what we got on the front for lights here.
Hello.
Beauty.
So as you'll notice, the way I have it wired with relays and fuses and resistors, etc., it doesn't load the truck down. All these bright lights on and the idle stays the same, which means I'm not taxing the charging system over the amount it was designed for. It's quite often people will put a whole bunch of lights on. Now, first of all, a light emitting diode, it obviously doesn't pull the draw. But this truck was never designed for more than 2 sealed beam headlights and 2 running lights and taillights. And I've got all these hooked to it and a bunch of underglows.
Jeez.
Order guy.
Horn works.
Sorry, what was that? I can't hear you anymore.
Support Stu. Hearing damage. New fund.
A little bit.
Start a GoFundMe. Support Stu. Can't hear you. So here, guys, we do have a nylon, not plastic, nylon fuel filter right here. I would recommend you use metal. Do as I say, not as I do. But we wanted to be able to keep an eye on it, but we're good. Got a small leak coming out of the tranny pan, small leak coming out of the oil pan, but we're good otherwise. Welcome back, guys. Guess what we did? Destroyed an SD card and all our good SD cards, guess where they are? In Uncle Bobo's bag that I left sitting on the back bumper when we left a Circle K. We're about to arrive at Nick's garage.
Yeah, buddy. I think I see it.
In 200 meters, your destination will be on the left.
Yeehaw!
There she be.
Your destination is on the left.
Oh. There goes the motor.
Did it fall over? 4,500 kilometers and the engine just fell over.
You guys got it good of you, man.
Oh,
How you doing?
good. How are you?
You guys must be tired.
Yeah.
We're bagged.
Close, man. Whoa. Look, you know what? Drive on in. Drive on in.
Yeah.
Same carburetor, but the other one I have is matching numbers. I got it done. He wanted to detail it for me, so I sent it to Oki. He's doing it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get it. I'm gonna put it on.
And this is the test mule engine,
yes,
right?
that is correct.
Yeah.
The matching motor, I'll show you it's in the back. Then I'm gonna show you. And don't look at the battery. That's just the cap. Okay, that's just the cap.
Yeah.
Then we had to get another hood, the Chrysler fenders, Chrysler doors.
Mm-hmm.
I put the telescopic antenna. I'm going to show you here. All the gauges work. I'm very, very picky with that.
Yeah.
Then I got this from a viewer, another guy from North Carolina. His name is, who sent me the book that we
I
have.
saw you when you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, you know, during the live show, he sent me an email. Terry Williams is the person who made this book for me.
Perfect.
Awesome, eh? Just awesome.
Oh,
And this is the detail.
space saver spare. Look at the detail. Here's the gear we need. Some views on views, George. Perfect. Papa Stu.
What's up?
Uncle Bobo. Nick himself.
Okay, we're gonna go for a little ride. What do you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is a 440. Oh, my friend.
And this has 400 horsepower at the rear at the crank. And so you got cast iron heads, 452 castings on
Yep.
the loop. It's got a hydraulic flat type of can,
Yeah.
exhaust manifolds, 2 radiators, 2 mufflers.
I love how it sounds. It doesn't have that annoying.
It doesn't ping.
Yeah.
It's got 34 degrees max timing. It's got the 4-barrel ABS, and that's it. RPM works, all the gauges work. There's the temperature gauge. Take a look at everything you want. Oil pressure is good. Go for it.
Just twisted. Beautiful.
I love Nick.
That was amazing. What do you think, Bobo?
I love it.
Right?
Yep.
Oh,
Views on views.
what do you think?
And let me tell you, that guy can drive.
Yeah, you can. That was amazing.
And one of the biggest things, gang, I gotta say this. One of the things that Nick didn't do was overdrive it. You didn't see him sawing the wheel. He drove the car, not the other way around. He didn't react to it. He anticipated what the vehicle was going to do and was ready for it before it happened. Awesome.
There you have it.
Right?
Live for this.
Now look there, look.
Here's the, you watch this. This will be one of my favorite things.
Look, the cast iron intake, cast iron heads, stock rockers, manifolds.
So stock is stock 1.5.
Yes,
Yeah.
1.5. But you know when they make mass production stamp steel rockers, there might
Yeah.
be 1.4,
1.48.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. It could fluctuate anywhere there. I even put the stovepipe, but I didn't have it working on for the winter, of course.
Yeah.
I didn't hook it up, just the stovepipe, just to look original, you know. And there you have it. All the way, when you open the hood, this is what Barry Newman drove.
Yeah,
Exactly
it is.
this.
Yeah.
There you have it, guys.
Thank you, Nick.
It's my pleasure.
I want an engine that's going to last me 10 years. I'm going to use the truck. It won't be used to race, but I'm going to use the truck for probably, I mean, it's Victoria, 10 months out of the year.
Okay. That's why I tell people sometimes I build an engine like a taxi.
Yeah.
Why? You want it to be reliable. It runs day and night, 7 days a week. You want it to run and run and run. This is exactly what you want.
Yep.
This is what I built here. Not crazy spring pressure, no
No.
adjustable rockers, no mechanical cam, just a simple, friendly driver.
Right.
On pump gas, okay, you kick it once in a while, make sure it doesn't break,
Yep.
when everything went off.
Yep.
And this is why the reason I take it for a ride, kick it, kill it, and this is what we have.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing extreme. You know,
Exactly.
nothing extreme.
And
You know,
really,
I
how
mean,
much more power than that do you really need?
Not much more. I
No.
think people 400 horsepower power. And I try to use factory push rods, factory rockers. You know, instead of over budget and buy big expensive
Yeah.
push rods and rockers and things like that, or aluminum heads. Depends on your budget. Depends how much horsepower you're looking for. And every time I build an engine, I always ask the customer, what are you going to do with the engine? How do you drive it? And what kind of a car it is?
Exactly.
And that's how I built my engines.
See, now mine,
Yes.
it's in a D200 camper special. I use it as a truck. I'm not going to drag race it,
Okay?
but I do want to be able
Kick it once in a while.
to kick it once in a while. Exactly. And I'm not one of those guys that has these dreams of I want 800 horsepower.
No.
Real world horsepower.
Okay.
375, 4.25 foot-pounds of torque. I'm leaving the build up to Nick. Now, I happen to be a certified automotive technician. I can put together a Cummins diesel with my eyes closed. A gasoline engine, no. I just don't know enough about them. I know I can put it together, but as far as building an engine, you leave it to somebody that knows. If it doesn't need to be bored over, I don't want it bored over. If it doesn't need fancy aluminum heads, I don't want fancy aluminum heads. If it doesn't need great big headers, I don't want great big headers. If it doesn't need, these guys, they put 850 CFM double pumpers on small blocks or stock engines, and you don't need it, gang.
That's right. It's an overkill.
Right. If you watch some of Nick's videos, you can see his flow. And what was that one? You had like 835 CFM coming max.
Yes, I used that on the torque monster with the
Yeah, the torque
493
monster.
cubic inch.
Yeah.
That's it. We didn't need more than that.
Exactly.
You know.
So if a 493 cubic inch torque monster only is drawing 835 CFM, cubic feet a minute, what more do you need?
And then again for a quick car, you go a little bit slightly smaller and works better.
Well, and here's the other thing too, Nick and I were discussing earlier. My truck has power brakes. So it's got to have vacuum. I want a little bit of cam, so she's got a little bit of kick.
That's right.
Now, when I got my truck years ago, I was told it had an RV cam in it. I don't know what's in that engine.
Doesn't matter, whatever it is.
When we took it out last week, I don't think it ever been out of the truck.
Okay.
It's been soaking an engine degreaser in the back of that truck for the last week.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna take a look at it.
Yeah. All right, gang.
I just want to take it before I show you what I built. This is exactly look, factory radiators, no electric fans, clutch fan, all factory stuff.
It worked.
It worked. You know, like a
The
lot of people.
Chrysler engineers built it
Thank
to work.
you. I tell that to a lot of people. Engineers,
They went to school for how many years, Nick?
look, let me tell you something. For example, some people put a little cam, do a little more compression. Then they say, yeah, you put electric fan. Give me a good reason. Give me a fact why you put electric fan. It's better. Oh, I'm sorry, you should be working for Chrysler, GM, Ford, whatever, because you're smarter than the engineers. Look, I got 400 horsepower. Reality in the factory, this is not really 400 horsepower. The pressure ratio, they say 10.5. I've measured them as a virgin motor,
Yeah.
they're like 9.8, 9.9,
Yeah.
not 10.5. This is 10.3, even though it decked the block 25 style.
And it's got 10.3.
Yeah, right now it's got 10.3. It's running a Petrochemical 94.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Mechanical fan and a shroud.
That's it.
A proper shroud with the bottom part.
That's right. What else can you ask for? It's all here.
Yep. You'd be amazed how well stuff runs when you leave it the heck alone, gang.
There you go.
And if you're not going to leave it alone, you get someone that knows what they're doing.
And you know
Worth the drive.
And you know what? A lot of people, they do an overkill in cars for no reason.
Yeah.
And sometimes you spend a lot of money for nothing, and at the end they go back to where they started from. Well, you know, it depends on the application. But in many cases, I've seen guys, they, like for example, I'm going to give you a perfect example. Guys take a car, the original alternator, original wiring harness on the alternator, then they add gauges, fuel pumps, electric water pumps, electronic fuel pumps, and all kinds of accessories. And they still leave the same little gauge wire that feeds the alternator power to the battery.
That's why I have that alternate fuse panel.
Yes, then you have to upgrade to go with the rest of the load in the car. But anyways, that's the little major technicality that people should know. Anyways, there you have it.
Right on.
Let's go take a look at the 3.3 that you guys brought in all the way from Victoria.
We're going to pop the canopy off and have a peek at her.
Let's go. I'll go through, this is the pistons I use very often, which are going to be the same ones for your 383, they're forged. And all 383s come with a forged crank, forged rods. So I'm going to go with SRP pistons, which are exactly the same kind right here, SRPs. But this is for 440. This is for Andrew that comes from Oklahoma, that's purple GTX. As you can see, the block's being decked. We zero decked the block. I've got a set of heads that we're using the same ones, our 906 castings right here. I replaced all the valves. We put in a new set of springs. We put them up at 125 spring pressure on the seat, 320 open, and we do a slight porting with the Mopar templates.
Yeah.
I'll do a multi-angle valve job. We do the valve guides. I do not plane down the heads, only maybe 2-3 thou just to get it straight.
Yep.
I use the Chrysler 20 thou head gasket, which I'm going to use on yours also.
Yep.
Which is the same thing, you know.
So just enough to make the head true. That's all you really need to do, right?
Exactly. And I do a lot of testing with him. I got a full bench right here. As you can see, I got a 440 cylinder head right here, which belongs to him. I'm trying a few things. I'm trying to see sometimes, you know, sometimes you learn new things every day. You try different angles, you try different valve, and you know, I don't go crazy. Like for example, I still stay with the 208 valves on the 440.
Yeah.
Sometimes I might go with the 214. It depends on the cam profile and anything, but it depends on what the guy wants, 400, 450 horsepower, 460.
What he's looking for and what he's going to use the engine for.
Yes, like in your
Far
case.
too often they just come up with a number and they don't say what they're going to use it for, where in my case, truck, I want torque.
Yes.
That's what I want. I want that stump pulling out of the hole. It's a pickup truck. That's what I want it to do.
You saw the torque monster built with the...
Yes, I did.
It's right there. Too bad it wasn't down with it before riding.
I know.
Love to see that.
And in your case, it's a 383. I'll stay with the 208 valves.
Yeah.
And this guy, Andrew, who owns this car, he told me, Nick, I just want the same thing you did with your Kowalski Challenge. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
And the only thing that's stopping me here from building this engine is the camshaft. I don't have a camshaft. And I'm hoping to get it Monday morning to put on the dyno pit, because now I have to move on this car, this engine, to put in the car, because they want to value the car while it's sitting here. And they don't want to come on this side because the board is closed. So I said, get the car down, bring it down. So
is this engine board over?
Yes, it's 30 oversized.
So let me ask you this, Nick.
Your block is standard board?
Standard board.
Okay.
30 over.
Yes.
The common misconception is 30 over is 6 cubic inches. About that.
Yes.
Does that pretty much equate no matter what the engine is?
That's right.
Or is it just for an over square or under square engine?
No, this is because you want to get the cylinders perfectly straight.
Yeah.
A lot of engine gets cold, hot, cold, hot. The cylinder's not perfect anymore. When I bore them out, I use a pour plate, and I want to put them nice and straight.
That's what
you're using all the power you can, and
so it's an absolute true circle.
And I put a piece of the wall clearance, whatever the manufacturer says. If it's 3 thou, I go to 3 thou.
Yeah.
You're not gonna go like some guys. They put 6, 7 thou. For what? You're not racing it.
No.
And then your piston slot. They go. It sounds like a diesel. What do you want to do that for? You know?
Sound like an old 4-liter Jeep engine.
Yeah. So I try to keep it simple. Then again, it's a taxi motor, like you said. You want the same thing.
Yeah. Durability and reliability.
And I painted back the original same color. I had a hot tank, but the old days when I used to hot tank something, everything would come off. But today it's green friendly. It's not chemicals like they used to have. I remember a guy used to have a bath acid. He would bring anything that made out of cast iron and put into the bath.
Yeah.
The next day you take it out and it's brand new. Today you leave it in for a week.
We had the big spinner jet washer in one of the shops I worked in.
Yeah.
You could put a block in there, or transmission.
Give me a second. Let me just grab the
Oh,
phone.
phone. Nate's gotta go get the phone, guys. The man never stops working. Look at this. This is why I decided to bring my engine all the way to Nick's garage.
Don't worry about the
Flow
phone.
bench.
Sorry, go ahead.
Everything here. I mean, why wouldn't you? Oh, he's back.
I'm back already, guys.
The master has returned.
And then, like I said, I still do research today. I still,
Yeah.
I learn new things every day. I'm not saying I'm the best at it. I'm just trying the best with what I can do and whatever I do with engine and customers' builds. Here too, I have my brother's cast iron heads and aluminum heads. He's building an NH stalker, and he knows he's not allowed to do any modifications. So we're gonna try his future Hemi engine, which is here, but we keep it top secret because we don't want to say what we do with it. You can take a look, but you won't see much right now. It's just a bare block.
No. Sensor. Privileged eyes only.
I am not worthy.
Okay. No, but when you go racing, sometimes when you go to initial racing, some guys talk, some guys don't talk. They don't want to tell you anything, so we want to
Name Smokey Unique mean anything to anybody?
Yeah, so everybody keeps it to his own. This is the car right there. That's where he races. And it's a stalker.
Yep, the Challenger.
26 Hemi.
Yeah.
It's a 383 car, 4-speed RT, but it's converted out to an automatic Hemi, which he runs in AA stock automatics.
I got a question for you, Nick. In the meantime, over the winter, because Nick's building my engine when he's got time, gang. Over the winter, he'll put it together when he's got a little bit of extra time. In the meantime, I have a 440 that came from a 74 Chrysler New Yorker Brougham. That engine appears to be stock and only have an air pump on it. What kind of specifications, like I know it's not going to have 6-pack rods and stuff in it, is that a good 440
The block itself?
to build in the long run, or should I just use it interim just to drive the truck around until my engine's done?
I use all the years of the 440s. I've used them all. I've been playing with 440s for many, many years.
Yeah.
I've used them all. I sonic test some of the cylinders on the thrust side.
Yep.
You see if there's some very weak cylinders, maybe very rare. And in case you do find one, you don't find blocks dime a dozen nowadays. You might sleeve it like I did to this FE motor. You had 2 weak cylinders, we replaced 2 cylinders. But
The FE is a Ford engine, gang.
yeah, this is a Ford engine. This is 40 over. Anyways, back to your 440 block.
Yeah.
I've used every block from Chrysler. And
All the way up to 78?
I've used them all. I've used them all.
Motorhomes,
78. I've used-
everything.
Yeah.
Marine?
To me, they're good. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're good.
Right on.
They're good. And,
That's what I was thinking, but hey, I just wanted a little confirmation for my own.
And some people think the 446 block is different. It's stamped HP. The blocks are 100% the same. It's what they put as internals, like you said,
Right,
the
the
6-pack
rotating
block.
assembly is different.
Yes,
It
yes.
doesn't have the same
Yeah,
6-pack rods. They narrow down at the end instead of
LY
having the
rods,
big
that's
H
right.
beam.
That's right. And I've built a lot of these heads with the LY
Yeah.
rods. But I tell people keep it to 5,000, 5,500 RPMs. On a stock 6-pack rod, I don't know. Like the 440 I tested in my Kowalski unit,
Yeah.
that has eagle rods.
Yeah.
But my original matching number 440, which is right there, I am going with the 6-pack rods. Then again, I'm not going to rev that like crazy. That's a matching motor. I'm going to build it, put it beside the car on display. I won't use it, and that's it.
Yeah.
Now I'm building another test 440. Come, I'll show you. Come and see this.
Yes, let's have a peek.
And I'm always going with cast iron heads. I try to build what people want.
Yep.
Let me see it. Is it this one? No, that's a 6-pack. You see, that's a 346 pack. This belongs to a TA Challenger.
That's a small block, gang, a 346 pack.
Yep. This
LA
belongs-
series. Same series as the 318 in Black Sheep.
That's
But
right.
this is the performance version that Chrysler built.
That's right. Half a year only on the
Yep.
Trans Am packages.
Yep. An AAR CUDA. TA Challengers, AAR CUDA. Same car, E-body, different styling, same drivetrain though, hey Nick?
That's right. And here's another engine. Here, this is my test wheel. Let's see what year this block is. Let's see if I can see. Let me open some lights.
I don't have any lights with me. I left my phone in
It's
Black
all
Sheep.
good. It's all good. It's on the other side. See, it's a blue block. That means
Yeah.
it's a late model.
Yep.
Here. This is a 1972 for a 73 car.
Yeah.
There you have it. I'm going to use it. I'm sure it's good. Not worried. I know we built a few 440s for 600 horsepower. But people tell me what's the limit on a 440. Right from the factory, these heads are not designed to go to 600 horsepower.
No.
They're designed 390 for a 446 pack. But here's again, eagle rods. You see it? It's a steel crank, factory crank. I use eagle rods right there. I use the same stock main caps. I've never had issues with that.
Those ARPs?
No, they're not. They're yes, they are.
Those are AR. I was going
Yes,
to say,
they are.
okay, yeah, ARP
Yes, they are.
fasteners.
I have the same Eagle rods in my Kowalski build.
That's a Charger 500.
Yes, it is. That's no, this one is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So, how I knew this was a Charger 500, obviously not by that because I couldn't see it, is by the rear window plug. If you look, you can see where the stock rear window would go. In here. I believe this is the car that came from California that Nick is fully restoring for the owner. Yeah, it is. But, so, they built these for the NASCAR super tracks, or big oval tracks. The reason this is here, this is pre-Superbird and Daytona. And this has the plug in the back, and this is for aerodynamics. Teeny little trunk on them. Now, after the Charger 500, they went to Superbirds in Plymouth, based off the Roadrunner, and then the Daytona, based off the Charger for Dodge. So they based it on the Charger 500. They put a nose cone on the front and a great big tall wing on the back with this little adjustable thing at it. And the problem was they were too fast. They got banned after the 1971 season, unless you wanted to run a 305 cubic inch or smaller engine. Totally took it off contention. But yeah, that's how I spot it. You can see the factory plug for the rear window. Yeah. Charger 500s have this, and so would a Superbird as a AKA Roadrunner or a Daytona AKA Charger.
Superbird same thing.
Yeah.
Nice, very nice. And now we're getting it ready for chemical dipping.
Yeah.
Which is sometime in a week or two. I don't know when they told me it's going to
Factory
be
yellow car.
Yes, yes it is. We're going back to the same color.
That's almost the same color as my truck.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Truck that color?
Yeah.
You're kidding me. Yellow, right?
Alright. I'll be right back, gang. I'm gonna get a picture of my truck for Nick. This is Betsy. All original.
It is.
Yeah. I'm gonna borrow a page from Cold War Motors. Scott, if you're watching, I hope you don't mind. I'm gonna borrow a little segment here. My classic tire. So, we have, let's see here. Amera 55 OAS General, date coded 91.
91? Oh, those guys are expired.
Yeah, so they're dried out in between all the threads and treads, so we'll just get rid of them in the best way we know how. And I don't know, Nick, what do you think is a good way to get rid of tires that you don't need?
I can tell you something, all of my clients, when they leave from my shop, they do a burnout. That's their trademark. So if
Well, I think we're gonna have to do a little burnout.
all right, let's see what you got.
All right.
All right, let's go.
Light them up.
No, it's so quiet. Sounds so peaceful, the motor, right?
It does.
So peaceful and so innocent. And now it's gonna scream. Okay, let's hear it. Burn the asphalt too, look at that.
Oh wow, you cleaned it.
That's infinite to mine. Look at that, man. This is crazy, eh? All the way from
Wow.
BC, you guys. All the way from BC.
Tires to go back now.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
spare set.
That's a spare set.
We brought it just to do this.
Look at this, you're crazy.
Do I have any tread left?
Yeah, you sure do. Oh,
I
this,
got tread left.
we're gonna send this all the way to British Columbia.
I'm just gonna pull ahead a little bit.
Okay, pull ahead.
I gotta check my traction capability.
Okay. good, man. It's all good. It's all good. You
Yeah, I'm
more
done.
than enough, man. You did more than enough. Gee.
Nobody will do burnouts for Nick anymore. I had to do a little one. See? Well, maybe there's a little more that
150 footer.
direction.
Oh,
It's okay, that's what this one's for. That's the sacrificial can.
look at that, boys and girls.
Still filming. Views on views. Now that is an automotive YouTube channel.
That's a rubber view.
Flocking.
Amazing.
Old school style.
Yeah.
Huh? Nice.
Okay, gang. We ran into a small snag at Nick's garage while doing a somewhat large burnout. As I pulled
Somewhat.
back,
Jeez.
as I pulled back into the shop, there seems to be a pinhole in our radiator that's created a somewhat of a mosaic of coolant. So, there isn't a radiator kicking around for a 1970 D100. But what we do have kicking around is a lot of Permatex Ultra Copper. So, we'll put a bunch on the fingers and push it into the radiator like so. Right where the pinhole was, or is actually. So the trick is proper penetration of ultra copper into the fins. Now, this is not a permanent repair, as you all know, but it will get us on the road and stop any leaks from occurring. And I always try to go.
Fixing a rad.
Fixing a ride, Nick.
How you guys doing?
Ultra copper.
Ultra copper.
Yeah, no way, man. That's
Yeah, buddy.
for exhaust systems.
Yeah,
Want some black paint to finish it off?
you know it.
It's gonna work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So let it dry.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just let her kick off.
I'll be back when I go show off my Kowalski to another guy like I did with you.
Sounds like a good time to me, Nick. See you in a bit. Nick and I are cut from the same cloth, gang. I just may stay here. Well, then I gotta learn how to speak French. Well, I guess I don't.
I can go to this shop all day long, 7 days a week.
Je m'appelle Big Easy, huh? Does that work? George, does that sound all right?
I understood that.
Very good.
If you
Hey,
really
gang.
want to get in with Nick, though, you need some Greek.
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah, the Greek. That's right. I don't know. So you want me to have how many accents, George? I gotta have the Newfie accent, because that's natural. Yes, by Lord, thunder and Jesus. This radiator will be fixed now at once. What odds? This rad fixed now at once. That's a freaking Hemi right there. Like, turn around, cameraman.
Yeah.
Hey, oh yeah. Just chilling. Just a Hemi. Whose dogpile Chevy is that? Vasily's? See, even George doesn't know whose dogpile Chevy engine that is. Moving right along. Look at the GTX.
Boom.
Oh. And Steve McQueen clone, the bullet car. Hey George, do you know if that GT350 outside is 350 is a tribute?
I believe it is.
Beautiful car.
My God.
Here you go.
Getting operated.
You're good.
Okay, gang, we got her patched up with the Ultra Copper, touch of black paint just so it's not obvious. We're good to go. Now it's time to do a little live stream in Nick's garage. gang, so we got Black Sheep up on the hoist here in Nick's garage. One of the major problems we've had is she's got a little bit of play in the steering. This uses a power steering assist system, not full-on power steering like a Saginaw steering box. So in here, there's a power assist ram.
Got a cylinder.
Yeah. And as you give it pressure from the power steering reservoir, here's your pitman arm. And as you turn the steering, there's a control valve inside this cylinder that sends fluid out. The control valve had too much play in it. So we fixed that with some zap straps and I put some leather behind here to hold the grease in. Our problem is our non-available tie rod end that's attached to the end of what would normally be your drag link is blown. So if you come in here, Uncle Bobo.
There you go.
Now, I wouldn't say it's unsafe. Now that I've had the wheel off and I can look at it, it'll be okay if I'm careful. And that's why we have the support vehicle with us. So we're going to throw this wheel back on, see if we can't get the shifter back in and figure out why the turn signal stopped working today. Okay. Thank you so much for the use of the hoist, Nick.
No problem, man. Hey, you know, as you drive miles and miles, check it in once in a while.
Yeah.
As you go further down.
Kind of like the wheel bearings. Put your hand on them, see if they're hot. Give her a little check.
You know what? I know they're not. They're not. No. And I remember you were doing the bearings just before you left.
Yeah. And
You're good.
they're tightened properly. The other thing I do want to check while she's up on the hoist is those kingpins over there.
Let's go.
See if they got play in them.
Put the wheel back on and use force with the tire. What? Yeah.
Yeah, the lower kingpin.
Yeah, I see you greased them up, eh?
Yeah, I did. I greased them again to try to take up some of the slop.
Did you grease up the other side too?
Let's throw that wheel on there, Stu, if you can, and we'll check that side and see what it's, now that the weight's off.
Oh, I got up with the
Wheel bearing's good here.
Yeah.
Let's see. I wouldn't say it's a safety issue. I think it just...
Was that when you left your shop?
No, it wasn't as bad, no.
All right.
This bottom trunnion bearing's completely shot, I'd say.
Yeah.
I got...
You want to grease it up some more?
I just did.
Okay.
Stu was underneath there this morning.
Yeah. Grease them up well. The more you grease there, the less wear and tear there.
Yeah.
You did this side too?
Yep, that side's greased. I haven't checked that side for play though. We're going to give her a check.
It's got a front sway bar.
Yes, it does.
Oh. Cool.
Yeah. So it wouldn't have had that stock. To be totally honest, I took that off a different truck and threw it on.
Okay.
Just to help. Yeah. Nick's looking at me gang like, Luke, something doesn't add up here.
Yeah, I know. The other truck I saw where it didn't have it. That's why. It's true, eh?
This one's good. No play there.
Yeah, this one's not bad.
So yeah, gang, I threw it back on with the impact wrench there, but anytime you do anything with your tires or wheels, like after we did the burnout yesterday and put the good wheels and tires back on, you always want to torque them to spec. And then every about 500K, after you get new rims or new tires, make sure you do that. Otherwise, it could cause a major accident if that wheel comes off. Usually Support Stu is my torquing machine. He gets on it. Now we got to figure out why we don't have any turn signals. Why in the world it's 30 degrees here in Montreal. And fix that shifter. But that's why we took a day to work more.
I thought it was supposed to be a relaxing day.
This is relaxing. We have a
Yeah,
shop.
yes it is.
We have
got
a
a shop
shop
now.
We're not on the side of the road with transport trucks buzzing by us.
Or on the driveway.
Only Nick from Nick's Garage. You drive 4,700 kilometers to come see somebody. And look at this. Our turn signal stopped working this morning. I didn't even have a chance to check what was the matter. He's in there. I said, check the top left fuse, Nick. He's like, I'm already on it. I'll clean it. You'll be good to go. Here's some spares. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to introduce my biggest fan.
Okay, try now.
Okay, I'm gonna
key
give
on?
her a start. Yeah.
Left, yep. Yep.
So far all we've got left is the shifter to fix. Nick's in there seeing if he can figure out a trick because, well, I can't yet. We've tried 3 or 4 different things. I'm not taking the column apart. The truck still will shift. I just don't have park. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out the description below for the link to our new merchandise store. And after you've seen what we have available, head on over to Nick's store as well and see what they've got, gang. Lots of great stuff. As Nick would say, love it, wear it, enjoy it, and go from there.
You just shift it like that now?
Yeah, it works.
Except you don't got park, eh?
Don't got park.
If it's park, you gotta pull up on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still trying to...
You're gonna have to take everything out.
Yeah, I gotta take the column apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Way she goes, that can wait for home.
Okay.
It's drivable. Thanks, Nick.
Well, I'll put it here, okay?
All right, gang, we made it home. So we're gonna have a small little celebration. And since the theme with Project Black Sheep, both inside and underglow is blue, we figured we'd go blue. Hopefully you enjoy the finale. Thanks for watching, gang. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It's free to do all three. Stay safe. We'll see you soon. All right, light it, Bobo.
Let's do this.
Oh!